I thought at the beginning of this we couldn't make wild comparisons, but apparently that's.
You know, I deep dove you, and you were like a skinny young kid, like saying nice things to people on the street years ago. When did you become so jaded?
How is this jaded?
I feel like you speak from a lot of pain.
There's a lot of pain behind
and
everything.
And I said at the beginning, I value you so much.
Who hurt you?
I value you.
I asked the question
When I first got here, I said to you, I value you so much because I watched you run around here and get this stuff done yourself. 4.5 million followers, and you still do your own stuff. That's so impactful, and that's wonderful, and I admire you. But how you have spoke to women. It's like you always want to just be right.
Because
and that
you don't
is not
let any woman in to tell you, attaboy.
Yeah, like we have to be able to see each other's point of view, whether we disagree or not, and just discount them.
I see your point of view.
But you're condescending about it.
You won't let it in.
And you don't let, you're blocking.
Bro, you've been dogpiling, this entire panel's been dogpiling me for the
You've been gaslighting us left and right.
We haven't been talking about you, bro.
We've
been talking about everything else but you. We haven't been talking about you.
Define gaslighting. You've used it a couple times. How am I gaslighting?
Okay, do you know what gaslighting is? It's from the 19...
I'm asking for your definition.
Okay, gaslighting is from the old movie with Angela Lansbury and who is it?
Yeah, define it.
Okay, gaslighting is when it's the old expression when a husband would convince a wife that something was one way and it absolutely was not, and it was the way they could get a wife committed to an insane asylum and then go off and marry someone else. That's the definition. Brian, whether you like it or not, that's the fucking definition.
Okay, so
you
what have I done?
Have been gaslighting us.
What did I do specifically?
Everything we've said. You ask a question and then you gaslight us.
Somewhere else.
Yeah,
You don't mind. You've there have been multiple times where you've been like, no one gives a shit about, you saying
you ask a question.
Being subjective. No one gives a shit about, your subjective opinion.
Didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
nope.
But all of a sudden, this is subjective.
It matters when it's subjective to you.
Right.
Yes.
Literally not true at all.
Yes, that is true.
No, my issue was your refusal to answer the question.
We all answered.
Or ask
you
me
didn't
personally.
like it.
Right. No, you guys, when I asked you a question, I gave you a hypothetical. You had two choices, only two options. And then you said it's subjective. I agree with you. That's true. It's subjective. So I'm not denying that it's subjective. That wouldn't be gaslighting. But
Brian, here was the gaslighting.
You got to stop interrupting. So, but when I come back to it and I say, well, I agree that it's subjective, but still answer the hypothetical.
You didn't agree it was subjective until 15 minutes into us beating you down on subjective. And when she went down her rabbit hole,
there was no dispute that it was subjective.
Brian, you didn't maintain a straight trajectory. The conversation you went into, because you're pandering to your misogynistic following of men.
Okay, let's engage with the misogyny or whatever. So first off, these are my actual beliefs. I'm not pandering to anybody. If I really wanted to pander, trust me, there's a bunch of things that I could do to pander, but I don't.
Do it.
Oh, for example, the fact that like probably 80% of my audience is Christian, and it would be like super beneficial to me, and especially financially beneficial to me to lie that I'm a Christian, but I'm not prepared, even though it would be beneficial.
Are you Christian?
I'm agnostic. So I have pro-Christian sentiment. I have pro-Christian sentiment. Yeah. I don't have any issues with Christianity. I think Christianity is actually very beneficial, but I'm not, and actually a component of Christianity actually is telling the truth. So I would never lie for the benefit of, and trust me, a lot of people grift and claim they're religious or whatever, but I don't have negative thoughts towards Christianity, but trust me, if I came out, okay, I'm starting a ministry, blah, blah, blah. I could grift the fuck out of being a Christian. And since my audience is actually very religious, that would benefit me. So that would be like the biggest grift I could do, but I don't do it. I don't do it. Not because, just to be clear, again, I have pro-Christian sentiment, but I'm not there yet in terms of my belief in Christianity.
What were you raised?
Basically agnostic. Okay, so anyways, so I'm not pandering. Also, there's plenty of things that my audience disagrees with me on too. Like I got into a pit bull fucking debate the other day. Half my audience was like unsubscribed. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think you're pandering. I just sometimes don't think that you realize what you're saying and doing with the conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, you asked me if I would stay with somebody, I answered in a way that did not agree with you, and then you went on a rant about how you disregarded my answer and then went on a rant about women in general being exactly the opposite of what I did.
Yeah,
Or
my job here is not to like pat you guys on the back and put on the kid gloves and like affirm every single thing you say here. This podcast is adversarial in nature. You guys have watched it.
Yeah.
You know what you got into. So but I'm not pandering here.
But you're gaslighting.
I just don't think you always have to be right.
I don't meet the definition. It doesn't meet the definition of gaslighting, whatever I'm doing. Disagreeing with women is gaslighting? Okay.
No, it's not that. It's you take it down a path. We broach the subject, and you take it down a path that works for you. Mm-hmm. You make it conversationally positive to your agenda, not necessarily the facts that we're presenting, and we are dismissed, which is our roles from the day we enter this earth. We are dismissed. Our opinions are dismissed. This is supposed to be the place that we came on to not be dismissed, to be heard, but you gaslit to your agenda.
And then you were the host, and you can do as you please.
Easy.
Basically, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's how it is.
Are you pandering to him?
But what's your genuine? What do you think your genuine purpose is for this podcast? Like, what's your ultimate goal when you have conversations with these women?
What's my ultimate goal for?
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah,
like,
the objectives.
If you had one thing you were trying to accomplish, what would that be with these conversations?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different answers here. I wouldn't say that there's just one. So first off, I have a YouTube channel. I want to put on a fun, entertaining show for my audience. But secondly, I do want to engage, I have strong beliefs as it relates to society, as it relates to dating. I think dating is completely fucked up. I think there's a lot of wrong with dating. And I'm tackling what I view and what, as I say in my intro, the dating hellscape, making sense of the dating hellscape through conversations. Obviously, I have very deep roots, I guess you could say, as it comes to what I believe. I have firm beliefs. This isn't a change my mind. This is I want to argue with you because I think I'm right. That's what this show is about. It's not.
That's perfect. I'm so grateful that you said that. I'm so grateful. Yeah, I'm so grateful.
I love that. It's so honest.
I'm not
glad
doing the
you said
Steven
that.
Crowder change my mind. No, firm beliefs. Let's just argue about it.
That's fine
That's
with
it.
me.
Touche.
I need a show like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Touche. Okay.
Charlie, did you kick that
That's fair.
second backwash champagne? Because I'm not driving home. I'm the passenger.
No, we're good.
No
But
more,
anyway, look,
no more alcohol.
Look, I mean, anyways, I don't know. Let me get things back on track here a little bit, just to move things along.
You're doing great.
We love you.
The Discord, we'll do the Discord. Do you have the age stuff, Nick? The AI stuff? Okay. Really quick, just because the subjective came up. Pull it up, Nick. Okay, so.
Wow, this is really
Don't worry, she's
problematic.
How's it problematic? She's Aboriginal. So, anyways,
what does that mean?
well, are you trying to say it's like problematic because she's black or something?
Did anybody hear the anthropological study that just came out as to why men die earlier and why we women?
I want to know.
Yeah, tell me why.
Also,
Tell me
male
why.
sperm dies more quickly.
No, I'm dead
than
serious.
female sperm.
No, guys.
Because their fucking wives drive them fucking insane, but okay, go ahead.
Why women go through menopause, stop procreating, but live longer. There's an anthropological study that came out that
Yeah, what does it say?
it said that the value in the matriarch by being able to pass on the customs, the learnings, the teachings of the tribe are more valuable because there is no reason for a woman post-menopause to be able to live, but that these societies were born and bred by the matriarchal passing on of the history, the customs, the how you make certain things
Right,
for survival. It was an what's the
What?
But you know, the
Pull it
men
up.
also need
Andrew,
to hunt.
isn't that what you do? Pull up facts for your boss?
Wait, I'm confused though. So,
Anthropological study: why women live past menopause, why men die young, and what is the purpose of allowing women to live
hold on. Wouldn't
past?
it be the reverse then? So if it is the case that, for
Pull it
example,
up, please.
No. But I'm trying to understand the like framing here. So Your position is that anthropologically, and I disagree with this. I think women throughout all life, whether they have children, don't have children, absolutely provide value to their family and community. So if it is the case though, anthropologically, after menopause, when women can't have children, wouldn't that make the case for the reverse, that women should die sooner?
Which
because
is
they can no
why
longer have
science
children?
couldn't understand what was the reason that women were living longer, and it was to pass on the traditions for the survival of the species, the survival
What?
of the tribes. You can argue. I'm not the anthropologist.
Hold on, but that literally doesn't make any sense.
Go-
Men have
What's
access to language also. What?
It's not language.
How
It's
do you
the
pass?
se-
You
it's the
pass on the.
It's the secrets of what the women have done in the child rearing, the stories, the
secrets?
recipes, the clothes making, all of the things that
It's not even worth
But
looking
what
at that
about
up.
it?
That's completely incoherent.
Yeah.
it's.
Men can pass. Wait, men can pass on that knowledge also.
They're out there
you're
hunting.
arguing- I'm not the scientist. I'm not the archaeologist that came up with this study.
Here, Nick, pull up the other one. There's the Sydney Sweeney one. Okay, they don't like. It's problematic. It's problematic.
You could have put her next to Megan Good. You could have put her next to you could have put her next to Jennifer Garner. But you
could've
did
put
that
her
on
ne-
purpose.
you
You know
could've
you
put-
did that on purpose.
You could have put her next to an older, fat white woman, and
With no
it
teeth.
would,
See,
with no teeth.
this is
Like,
why
you could have just done that.
You
too.
guys do this assumption thing where you think that there's like malevolent intent or whatever. No, not at all the case. But Nick, pull up the other one. Okay. Do you object to this one? I don't know. She's maybe a Latina woman or something. Is this objectionable? Is this problematic?
It is because you're.
Oh, so you can only.
see anything wrong with the other picture.
Okay, so question: would it be racist if I showed? Would it be so? Okay, you're accusing me of racism, basically.
No.
That's
That's
literally-
problematic.
no.
I used a very specific term.
Why is
You
it
did not
problematic?
say
That's
that.
also problematic.
Don't
Okay.
put those type of words
Please don't.
in
Okay,
our
cool.
mouth. In
So
our
how about
mouth.
this?
Don't.
So
But
how
here's
about
the
this?
thing. Just
Hold on. So how about this? If I showed a really beautiful black woman and a really ugly white woman, would any of you had said that's really
Either
problematic?
way, you are
no. Tell
comparing
me.
two women.
Tell me.
Yes, I would have.
Oh, so it would be problematic.
Because earlier I said when you asked me what I rated myself,
Wait.
my
look-
answer was
I'm
that
losing- I'm
everybody is beautiful to somebody and everybody's ugly to somebody.
It's not inherently problematic because I can sit here and say there's beautiful black women and there's ugly black women. There's beautiful white women. There's ugly white women.
in your opinion. But somebody who's
How is it
ugly to
my-
you is beautiful to somebody. That's
No,
my
no. But
It's Brian's perspective. It's all you just. But that's fair because you just said.
But
that.
you
It's your-
acknowledge that the woman on the left is ugly?
No, I said it's problematic. You even posting these pictures is what I'm talking about.
I don't understand. Okay, but it wouldn't be problematic if it was two white women, but one was beautiful, one was ugly?
I gave you other options that you could have done.
Yeah, but I
But
don't know
either
why.
way, it's
why would you
problematic.
jump to a conclusion? Why would you attribute some sort of malintent as it relates to race?
I didn't.
Here's the thing.
When did I
Here's
say
the-
race, ladies? When did I say anything
no.
about
You literally,
I-
it is. Wait,
no,
hold
actually,
on.
I'm the
Let's
one that
test.
said that.
Let's test out the logic here.
I'm the one that said that.
Whoa, why couldn't you have used an ugly white woman and a beautiful white woman?
I said that.
That's about
I said
race.
you could have used Megan Good. You could have used
Who's Megan
Jennifer
Good?
Garner.
Who's
Jennifer
Megan Good?
Good's a
Something
black
out.
woman. Jennifer Garner's a white woman. You could have used any, but the problematic part is that you're comparing two human beings when it's subjective. Who thinks who's beautiful and who thinks who's
Okay,
ugly.
so you
One
would be
is
fine.
That is what I was saying.
Wait, would you be fine?
No, I
You-
wouldn't be fine with it. That's
One
the
is
question.
You would be
Aborigine.
fine.
She's
Hold on.
beautiful and
Wait, you would be-
Aborigine.
Hold on. So just to be clear, though, I'm a little confused. You say, why don't I use these other people? So is the issue then for you, it's not about race, it's just about me using an ugly person?
No, it's the fact that you're comparing two women.
Okay, I can compare two men.
And making a because
What?
what the point you were
I've compared, every time I do this,
by you asking this, you were probably, and I'm not going to assume, I'm going to say you were probably going to say, okay, which one do you think is more beautiful than the other?
Yeah,
At that
it's all
point,
about
you're getting
looks.
our women.
It's all about
you're
looks.
getting these
Subjectivity.
women to compare the beauty of two women that
Yeah.
somebody's going to think they're ugly, somebody's going to think they're beautiful,
Oh no!
regardless.
Oh no! Women
He's-
being their beauty being compared. Heaven forbid! Like women do this all the fucking
the
time
time.
too.
That's
and,
the problem.
Oh,
Whole
heaven,
beauty
there's never
industry
been a
That's
woman.
why
by
people-
women.
There's never been a woman.
Spending those trillions of dollars, you remember? That's
What?
the problem.
There's never been a woman ever who was like never in charge of like a marketing campaign, and I believe pretty privilege is a thing. So women absolutely engage in this. It's not a sexist thing. It's not a racist thing. It's literally just looking at beauty.
No.
So
I
your
agree.
position must be beauty doesn't exist. Felicity, can you take the plates and stuff off the table?
I got you. I agree with that. I'm the one that said it, and it's because
Why? What do you guys have to talk about?
the prevailing standard of beauty in America has traditionally been white women. And the closer you are, the proximity to whiteness depends on how beautiful you are looked at to be. And so if we're going to have a conversation about beauty, which is your right, this is your show. We can do whatever, we can talk about whatever you want, but it should not be a fat black old woman compared to a young, skinny, beautiful white woman.
Aboriginal.
Whoever, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, but it's not about race. It's not about race. It's about
but you
looks.
say it's not about race, but you're missing the fact that in America, the closer you are to the proximity of whiteness, the more beautiful you are looked at as. You're missing that dynamic. And I understand, I'm not one of those people that makes everything about race. I hate making it.
You just did. You made it about race.
No, I
You could have
hate
looked at it
making
as-
it.
Oh my
I
God,
hate
bro.
even bringing up race. But
you
I'm not
brought it
going
up.
to. But I'm not going to acknowledge the fact that this is not a thing in America, and you were about to play right into the hands of that stereotype. So I'm just
What?
letting you know that you were.
I can sit here and say that there's. Hold on, this is completely incoherent. There are beautiful black women. There are ugly black women. There are beautiful white women.
Can you name
There's
a few?
ugly.
I agree.
How would that
I
matter?
agree.
Can you name
I
a few
agree
beautiful
with
black
you.
women?
Why are we doing
Okay,
No,
who was the girl in
I agree-
Clueless?
I agree
the
with
girl
that.
in
I'm
Clueless,
just
Stacey
Stacey
Dash. Beautiful black woman. Look, I'm not like a big movie buff.
I agree
why
with
the
you.
fuck would I need to? Oh my god.
I'm doing
I'm
counterpoint.
just saying
Fucking tilted
don't.
how
I'm just
retarded this
saying
conversation is.
don't put a beautiful young skinny white woman against
Aborigines.
right against a dark skin, classically black featured with a bigger nose and overweight black woman and tell us to compare beauty. Like, don't do that, because that plays
Okay, you're
right
making it about
in-
race?
Because
Great.
no, I'm not making it about race.
You literally. That is.
I'm
literally
telling
what you are
you
doing.
that your comparison is playing right into
what?
the stereotype in America of the fact that proximity to whiteness determines your beauty.
If we had put Naomi Campbell up against Sydney Sweeney, right? If it was apples
that.
to apples.
That's apples to apples. That's not about race.
Then we're on the same wavelength.
I mean, okay.
Right, or if
you can't
would've
put an Aboriginal
or
woman
if you
up.
would have
But
put, if you would have put an older, overweight
You
somebody
guys are
you
reading-
consider,
You're the one reading into it as race. Again, yes, I could have.
and that is gaslighting. That is gaslighting. Because you're telling me that I am crazy for saying this when I'm not. The proximity
Wait.
to whiteness determines beauty in America.
So we're talking about race?
We're talking about everything, bro.
I don't know why you're face palming when you're gaslighting me. You're saying you're not talking about race, but you clearly are talking.
I
about
did not
race.
say I'm not talking about race. I said it is not
It's
my goal to
literally
make
about
everything
race.
about race.
Wait,
not my goal.
Can I ask you a question?
That's not my goal to make everything
can I ask
about
you a
race.
question? Can a black woman be more attractive than a white woman?
Yes.
Like, are there some black women who are more attractive than white
There's
women?
no question.
Oh my God, you're so racist for saying that. Oh my God. Or
It's not the
it
same
could just
thing,
be
bro.
the case. Or
Not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Or it could just be the case that there are black women who are more attractive than white women. and there are
Subjective,
white
Ryan.
women.
Subjective. Is it subjective?
And I agree with that. I agree
fuck,
with
this
that.
pan is
I'm
cooked.
saying don't compare. Like, if you're going to put.
So you're
again,
making about race. Holy
No.
fuck, dude.
I am not making it
Bring
about
the
race.
apples to apples.
I'm
Yes,
saying
you
that
are.
example ignores the fact that proximity to whiteness in America is looked at as more beautiful. That ignores the fact.
And you're looking at this through a racial lens.
No, I'm looking at it through a factual lens. If you look at America,
show me a man that doesn't look at it through
Can
a
something be
racial
factual
lens.
and racial too at the same time?
Look-
yes, which is the point.
Okay, so you're making
So
it
don't-
you're making it about race. That's not gaslighting.
No,
you.
I'm not making it about race. If there
there's-
is a
okay,
racial
there's different-
component,
Show
Yeah,
me
I'm
a
not
man
making
that
it about
doesn't make
race.
it about race.
I'm not making it about race. There is a
literally
racial
did.
component
So it's about
in
race?
what you're doing. I'm
So
not
it's about race?
No,
I'm
I'm
getting
not-
gaslit right now.
I'm not-
Holy shit, bro.
You are
Holy
king
shit.
gaslighter, Brian.
making it about race. I am not making it about
You
race.
literally
Is about it.
are. You're not figuratively, you're literally making it about race.
No, you're missing that there is a racial component.
So it's about race?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but like,
And
you're
this is-
denying.
This is why
I-
we don't
I'm about to
this,
say
This is
something.
why we don't have these conversations in mixed company, because people don't listen, and people.
Now
don't-
you're making it about race?
Brian, how many women have you
That was
taken
about
home
race.
to meet your parents?
That was about race.
Fuck would that have
No,
to
I'm
do
just
with
asking.
anything?
How many women over the years have you taken home to meet your
A
parents?
million.
How,
Okay, what's your point?
how many were black?
I don't even want to.
Whoa,
I don't
that's
even want to go there.
fucking-
That's making it about race.
What?
The problem.
This is my
Wait, hold
point.
on. Just to be
Yo,
clear.
this
Also-
is my
It's
point.
fine.
It doesn't. It
Oh,
doesn't.
so I'm a racist if
It's
I
all
do.
fine.
I'm,
Wait,
no,
wait.
I'm the last person
No
to say
one
that.
said that.
Wait, hold on. So just to be clear, you don't think people are allowed to have racial preferences?
100% they can. What
Are
I'm
you?
saying
Wait,
is,
hold on.
What
So
you
wait,
put
wait,
up,
stop,
what
stop,
you
stop.
put up
Stop,
there
stop.
was
No,
completely
I know you
inequitable.
want to get away from that ridiculous comment.
what
It
you
was
just made.
inequitable. What you put up there,
The picture was.
and it was.
Holy
And you're
fuck, bro.
problematic, and you're
Actually
and you're
fucking
ignoring. The,
No,
again, you're
hold on.
ignoring the beauty standard in America and the proximity to whiteness and how it goes together.
No. How could you ever come to that conclusion on that sole basis? You're smuggling in a whole bunch of assumptions
Not at all.
and presuppositions. Absolutely you are. There's no foundation for anything that you're saying there. You can't make any assumptions.
Right, that's what you've done to
You need
us
to
the whole
stop fucking
time.
interrupting, please. So you're smuggling in a whole bunch of presuppositions and assumptions that are just not based in anything.
Nope. No, I'm not. You showed
So-
the picture you showed.
Okay.
The picture you showed was problematic. The
How
picture
so?
you showed was problematic. I just told you.
It's not. It's
I
literally
just
not problematic.
told you because it was not equitable. You
Inequity.
It's inequitable. You showed a picture of a
Show the picture again,
beautiful, a beautiful, skinny, young white woman, and the ugly example was an overweight,
Oh my God.
dark
Your premise
woman.
is completely flawed.
that on
The
purpose.
the premise is completely
knowing that in America, and maybe you don't know this, but the closer you are to white, the more likely you are to be seen as beautiful in America.
And how?
And if you do not know that, then please research it.
Because
please
look
do
at-
some
look it up.
research.
So
And
you
I don't
made-
even want to go to why.
No,
But
what I'm
please
So you made it
research
about
it.
race. That's great. Cool.
No,
So you-
I'm not making it about race. I'm letting you know that there's a racial component that you are ignorant of.
So you made it about race. Oh my
No,
God,
I did not
bro.
make it about anything.
Does any
That's the
girl
problem.
here? Look, I don't know if the sisterhood. Does any girl here want to counter her argument that she didn't make it about race when she clearly fucking did?
We all.
Or do you guys just want to sit in silence? I don't know.
No, you are
How
ignorant
we
in
can't
this
be
way.
talking
How
because
am I-
everybody's
color
talking.
shade
Nobody can
scale
interrupt. So
of whiteness that we are
You're
all.
ignorant in this way. That's okay. I'm done.
We're
I'm
all
done.
fighting
How am I?
against.
How am I? Okay, whatever.
I just told you. Look it up, Brian. Look it up.
moving on.
Do your research. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
So
it. Do your
how would
research.
it? Okay.
I'm done.
Do my research. Okay.
Yeah, in
well,
this way.
would it be? Hold on. Would it be strange if I went to Africa and there's like an African-based beauty standard?
What's the difference?
No.
Like, are white people the majority?
Like in-
Are white people the majority in this country?
Okay.
What does that have?
Okay, so would it be like racist or something if I went to Africa and I didn't fit into the beauty standards of like African culture or whatever? Are the Africans racist?
What is?
Are they racist against white people? We have. Oh my God.
When did we ever
So
call you
I want-
racist?
There's very strong implications being made.
No,
Didn't
that's your
nobody- didn't
assumption.
Nobody call you racist, Brian.
Nobody
Oh,
did
it's
at any
problematic.
point.
Nobody called you
If we
racist.
thought that.
Something can be problematic
called
without
you-
you being racist. It was
Nobody
simply
called you
problematic.
racist. Not me, not
Yeah,
her,
they're not
not
calling
none
you
of these people
racist.
in here. Nobody called you racist. Do not put that word
That's
in
true.
any of our mouths.
Okay, so if I'm not being racist, why the fuck do you care?
Because you compare
They're just
to
unhappy with the
Discussion
picture
you
you
asked for,
chose.
no?
They're unhappy with the picture you
heard it.
chose.
There are
Two
levels.
black women.
You
I
can
have-
be something
Guys,
on the way to racist.
I am, I have two black women here who just said I'm not racist, so I'm going to take that as a cosign. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Let's not
going
take that
back,
as a cosign.
It's definitely a cosign. So, anyways, going to you
not.
though. You asked if I, you asked if I ever brought a black woman home to meet my parents. Can I ask you a question? If a black woman has a preference to date a black man, is she a racist?
My Lord Jesus.
No.
Into the mic. Oh, so if a white person has a preference.
No, Brian, I simply asked you if you had that experience.
Yeah, why would that matter?
Because I was trying to bring it into the relevance of the conversation. Because if you had that experience, it would have been relevant to the conversation.
No, actually, hold on.
If you had dated a black
If
girl,
you
you
had
might
dated-
understand what she's saying is what she was getting
Correct
at.
me.
Actually, I think that position is kind of a bit racist. This idea.
No.
Well, hold on. I'll explain it as follows. So, this idea that, well, hold on, I can't be a racist. I have a black friend. No, that's
not what you said.
no, but that's kind of what you're alluding to. I would actually reject that. Just because you have a black friend doesn't mean that you could still be racist.
I'm gonna give you another silly example. Let's say you got a friend that has a friend that's handicapped. Let's just say that.
Wait, so I'm only allowed
you-
to speak on
can-
racial issues if I've dated a black woman?
No one
No,
said that.
can you let me finish?
Go ahead.
So,
Gaslighting.
or I'll say
No, that's not
a
gas-
parent with a special needs child and a parent without special needs child. There are certain things that a parent with special needs children will understand that a parent with non-special needs children will understand. So the only thing we were saying is if you had a chance to get a bond and a deep relationship with a black woman, you may understand better what it is that she's saying. That's all we're saying. We're not saying you can't speak on it.
Right.
This has nothing to do with being racist or your race or our race or anything like that. That's literally what we're saying. And I think what is also problematic is that I love that you have strong opinions and you want to debate, but it's the fact that you always have to be right. And I love that you were honest about that. However, that just shows that you care. You don't care about anybody else's perspectives, and our perspectives come from stuff we've been through. It comes from how we were raised. It comes from what we look like. Our perspectives come from that, but that doesn't make them wrong just because they're contrary to what you believe.
If someone can
you should
present
be
to
able
me-
to accept everybody's.
If somebody can present to me a logically compelling argument or like something based in reason, then and proves me wrong, then it's not impossible for me to change my mind.
But just because it's not your experience doesn't mean it's not based in reason.
No one.
Right, but it is
here's
kind of racist to suggest that because of my skin color, I do not have the potential insight to make determinations as to a woman's
you don't.
physical appearance because of her race.
That's like saying because I'm not a man, I can't know exactly what men go through. Of course, I won't know exactly what
minute.
men
No.
go through
Wait a
because I'm
minute.
not a
Wait,
man.
Those of
before
us
you
who
go-
are on the
hold
brown
before you go-
shade.
Hold on, before you go, let me just say this. I think that a black woman who's never dated a white guy can make a determination as to if a white guy is good looking or not.
We weren't even talking about that, bro.
What is a gaslight? What does that have to do with anything?
She said
Left field.
This whole conversation stemmed from the photo I pulled up.
Oh, my
Hold
Lord
on.
Jesus.
It stemmed from the photo I pulled up, and I forgot if it was you or you. You said, Brian, if you had dated a black girl, then you would be better suited to have this conversation.
No, not that
That's not
conversation.
what-
She said you would be better suited to understand
What you were saying.
what I'm saying, where I'm coming
Those
from.
of us
Why?
on the
Because-
brown shade
Wait.
spectrum have gone through things you couldn't possibly.
But hold on, because you might have had a conversation with your black girlfriend that would allow you some insight
Wait,
into
so
what
hold
I'm
on.
saying.
Gay white men? It has to be a girlfriend?
Wait.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my
Wait,
Lord.
come here,
Oh my
Brian.
Hold on.
gosh, I
Wait,
gotta
so
go.
hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, so what about gay men? What about gay white men who date black men? What about that? Is that okay?
They probably had a conversation with their boyfriend too. Amen.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Brian, there's
Yeah.
conversations. There's
Wait, here's
conversations we can have right now about hair and weaves and extensions, all
That
of which
you
I wear.
would have
Oh.
And
no
you
idea.
wouldn't. That's why I was asking, because if you had
Exactly.
dated a girl on the color
God, what the
spectrum,
You
Fuck.
would know.
you
would
would
know
know
when we wrap
these
our hair at
things.
night.
You're
You
not
would
hearing
know
us.
that
My
it
wife
take-
is black.
You're not
not
hearing
married.
I only
us.
date. Hold on. I only date black women. What the fuck are you
Ladies.
guys talking about?
Well, then I'm gonna need your black girlfriends
If you
to
tell-
have some
put you
conversations.
up on game.
and
you
put
haven't
up on
noticed
game.
just my
This is wild.
You haven't noticed my insatiable lust.
Oh,
for you?
mud on me
you're
with that
wild.
picture.
I only
Anyway,
date black
crazy.
women.
If that
now you're
picture is
trolling.
a thumbnail on YouTube,
Now
I
you're-
swear
now
to God,
you're
I'm
really
boycotting this
Trolling.
Brian, if you want to
average
educate yourself, on the point I was attempting to make,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're out.
look up.
I'll look it up.
Do your research on what colorism is. Colorism. Just do your research.
Race.
No.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Colorism is a
We have to drive back to
specific
Vegas.
thing. Colorism. Look it up. Research it. Research the origins of it. Research why it's a thing. Research what it is, and you'll probably discount it anyway. Amen. You gonna discount it? You want to discount it? But at least look it up, because that's what I'm
Should
talking
I
about.
read White Fragility too? Do you think I should read that book?
See, now
that's
you're doing
wild.
the most. You're doing the
That's a
absolute
gaslight,
most.
Brian.
How's that? You need to remove that from your lexicon of words, because trust me, you're not using that in anywhere near approaching the way that is.
Oh, Brian,
at
do
all-
preach to me on psychology, please.
You know
I
what's
just
crazy?
When
did.
is this?
You know what's crazy?